everybody. Happy Saturday night. How are you? This is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. How's everybody doing on this special upload for Saturday night? So nice that I could speak with you tonight. I really appreciate your time. Hope that everybody's having a great weekend. Imagine we're going to lose an hour's sleep tonight. But that's okay because I like the longer day. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hope that everybody's doing well. I want to talk tonight about 7 common kitchen problems and 7, in my opinion, easy solutions. How do I know they're easy? Because I do them myself. So, problem number 1. Now, I have actually showed this on a video a while back. Did you ever get those trash bags that no matter what you do, you have difficulty opening them? I mean, like you could slide your finger back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it drives you absolutely crazy. Well, a friend of mine offered me a solution that I couldn't believe was so simple it was a joke. So all I had to do was wet my 2 fingers that normally, slide the bag open, if you will. I wet my 2 fingers. I went to the top of the bag. I went choo, 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 if you can imagine it. And I opened the bag instantly. I am not even kidding you because that particular bag drove me crazy for like 5 minutes. I was ready to give up and just try another bag. And then I said, no, there has to be something to this, and that was the solution. So if you ever have difficulty opening up one of those kitchen type bags when you pull them out of the box and the top of it is like stuck together and you're trying to swish it open and you can't, do not forget to wet your fingers. It will open in a flash. I'm telling you, that saved me a lot of time, effort, energy, and even at that moment, sanity. Next problem, refrigerator UFOs, another unidentifiable flying objects. What? They become flying objects when you what? Throw them away. And one thing that this channel does not care for at all whatsoever, in any way, shape, manner, or form. I know it happens sometimes, but I don't care for it. It's called food waste. Now, how do we get rid of these unidentifiable flying objects in our refrigerator? And what do I mean by that? I mean food that you don't even know what it is. I mean, you look in your refrigerator and you go, what is that and why is it there? Listen, this is real life. And sometimes in real life, this thing happens. Here's a solution. Keep on top of your refrigerator by cleaning it up. My recommendation, minimum 2 times a month. Why do I say? Some people might think that's actually often, but if you have your refrigerator organized in a certain manner, and I do have a couple of videos to show you that, of which I should, I think I will hook up in my description box below. This is the way to avoid those identifiable flying objects, and they will become flying because they'll be flying directly to your trash bag, to your garbage bag, and you don't want that. We don't like food waste. It's never a good thing. So there's definitely a solution to that problem. Keep your refrigerator organized. I could tell you, like, briefly, one of the things to do is to clean your refrigerator often and organize your refrigerator and group your items. I'll dive deeply into that on the video that I will hook up in the description box below. Next problem, chicken or turkeys that exit your kitchen from your kitchen way too fast. I was visiting someone once on a holiday, and of course it had to be Thanksgiving. Yeah, probably was either Thanksgiving or Christmas. And it's very sweet, wonderful people, and they serve turkey and everything. And when they were like prepping the turkey, I'm thinking they're prepping the turkey to cut it up and put away like all the food that was still left on there. No, those folks were actually prepping the turkey to take a hike out. And I was like, no, they were throwing away half of their turkey. And I said, a lot of people do it. They're not mean people or anything. A lot of people are just mindless. They don't realize that they could get so much more out of that turkey. So here's my solution. Clean off. First, have your meal. Right away, clean off as much as you can of that chicken or turkey. Wrap up those pieces that you think, well, you don't really have much left. You'll be shocked what you do have left. wrap it up very nicely, and freeze it so it keeps, because you're going to use those things for future meals. You're going to use those things for future meals, which is a great thing. And if you think you're done at that point, guess what? You can make bone broth out of the turkey bones. So really, there is a ton. Even if like there's not much meat left on the turkey, you could still use the turkey carcass for future turkey soup. So the chicken or turkeys that leave the home too fast, no, that's an easy fix. Just take a little time, be a little patient, and you will win and will save you money. We like that. Okay, lonely ovens. What? Yes, sometimes the oven gets lonely. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're using your oven for just one thing, when the truth be told, you could actually utilize your oven at the same juncture and prepare other things or heat up other things to save time. Because one time I was visiting someone else and they had the one item in the oven and they utilized the top of their stove like for heating vegetables and stuff like that. And I said to myself, that's actually kind of like a waste of pots, pans, cleanup, and time. They could have put those vegetables and stuff actually into a baking tray and heat it up at that same juncture. Maybe not as long as, let's say, the chicken or the turkey, whatever has to be in the oven. Just cut it down to closer to the time. Just put everything in the oven and maximize it. You'll be shocked and amazed that you will have utilized and maximized your value and saved yourself a couple of steps too. It's really incredible what we do. So don't keep your ovens lonely. Next, not realizing how slow cookers can really save you money. I don't know where to begin with this. Now, I know a lot of people think that slow cookers are old hat or whatever, but maybe they're new to it or whatever, and that's totally okay. But I could tell you this much: you could take a cheap cut of beef, put it in the slow cooker. I'm telling you, it comes out like filet mignon. I mean, this is really, a budget save, especially now, with the prices of meat that the way they're going at the moment. I'm telling you, so you could still have your meat. Just buy less expensive cuts and utilize your slow cooker. And by the way, there are wonderful recipes out there, many, many slow cooker recipes out there, of which I do share from time to time right here on this channel. Slow cookers are really a friend. Number 6, being annoyed with leftovers. Now, I'll never understand why anybody, first of all, can be annoyed with leftovers. One, in my opinion, one should adapt an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude that you have an abundance of food left over. There are so many situations and so many families that is not the case. The stuff that you might find annoying is somebody else's meal. You know what I'm trying to say? So, number one, the mindset, in my opinion. So, I'm very, very appreciative of those so called leftovers. But what I like to do, I call them do overs because it gives me the golden opportunity. You don't have to have the meal exactly in the same form. For example, let's say you make a meatloaf, of which, by the way, I'm coming back on camera on Sunday afternoon for the Sunday afternoon chat at 2 p.m. Eastern. Just saying, just saying. I'm going to give you a fantabulous meatloaf recipe. One could make a meatloaf. And yes, the first night, well, you slice it up as a meatloaf, okay? The next day, you could take a slice off of that. You could break it up into, into the ground beef into smaller pieces. And you could just spice it up and turn it into some type of a chili or some type of a sauce. It doesn't have to be exactly the same way you had it. That's why I prefer to call it a do over. Not maximizing the do over is silly. Being angry that you have an opportunity to save money. I mean, I'd never heard of such stupidity, but believe it or not, in my opinion, I have actually seen it. Oh, look what I have left over. Get creative, find ways, freeze it up. Hey, listen, one night's extra food is going to be a future night's. Wow, I get an extra half hour for free. So I look at it that way too, not to mention the money saved. And the last but not least, thinking you cannot stockpile. So not true. There are so many videos out there. And I'm going to hook up a video by Lynn Wilson I'm going to remind folks that you guys can do it. I know I could do it. You can do it. I did do it. I was in I was a toddler, but now I'm in kindergarten in the stockpiling arena. Hey, are you kidding? That's good. Listen, if you think you can't stockpile, that is very not true. I encourage you to watch the video there. And I'm also going to hook up another video, actually wonderful videos from the Rhoda Stone channel. Rhoda has such a way with food, and it's not expensive food, but nutritious food that will feed your family. Nobody goes hungry. So there are a lot of issues, but there are a lot of solutions. I hope this time I helped. I really, really do. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for being here. Why? Because I really do appreciate who you. Don't forget to come back in the future for some more savings tips and tricks. I'm going to close out the show, but first I'm going to tell you this, that I really do appreciate you, and don't forget to come back tomorrow, Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. And don't forget to share the video. It just might help someone. Have an amazing, fantastic Saturday night. Good night.